You're listening to One Sweet Wrestling Podcast.
One Sweet Wrestling Podcast.
With your host, Beto Barragan.
And we all know that when the good Lord created man, he meant for him to look just like me.
And Alex Lewicki.
The tower of power, too sweet to be sour. I'm funky like a monkey. Sky's the limit and space is the place.
The podcast made by fans for wrestling fans.
One sweet, one sweet, one sweet, one sweet.
You're listening to One Sweet Wrestling Podcast.
Le meto el presión a saber meterla. A tu mujer en cuatro voy a ponerla. Chingando y fumando un pato de la perla.
Oh yeah, we're back with One Sweet Wrestling Podcast. Do you feel it? Do you feel it, Alex? Have you seen this video?
No, I haven't.
It's called Chambada by Bad Bunny.
The name of the group is Bad Bunny.
The name of the group is Bad Bunny, and they recently came out with a music video with the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so think like your typical hip-hop reggaeton music video.
Okay.
Women clad in bikinis, dudes with gold chains throwing monies all around. I said monies.
Monies.
So yeah, they're throwing monies around, and this guy, the lead singer, I guess, is running around with the old WCW, the big golden belt, the WCW championship belt.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And he does the strut with Ric Flair in the video.
Whoa.
If you haven't seen this video, it's really entertaining. It's got over like 4 million views already in counting.
Well, we can put
YouTube.
a link of it on the Instagram. So if you guys want to see it, we'll put a link of the video on our Instagram. You know, if you want to see Ric Flair in a reggaeton music video, which I am dying to see at this point.
Yeah, for sure. It's pretty awesome just to see Ric Flair.
Hey, speaking of Ric Flair.
Yeah.
I heard you got to talk to him.
I did. So, Ric Flair, oh gosh, it's been like, well, let me just start off by this. We apologize for missing a week. We've had some things going on, some personal things going on. Alex just moved into his new house with his wife.
Yeah, man, we bought a house. We finally made that jump.
That's awesome. So how's the house?
It's fantastic. The only thing is we're moving a lot of stuff right now, so it's not really moved in yet, but I love it. We're really happy. Thanks, man.
That's awesome, dude. I'm happy for you. Dude, that rocks. And like so dude, like you're gonna have some wrestling memorabilia up in your man cave or what?
I already do.
That's what's up. You got your Ric Flair poster?
I actually have a Ric Flair figurine of him as the commissioner.
That's rad.
Right?
I dig that.
Yeah.
Who has that?
I don't know. I don't even remember where I got it from, but it's there, and it's just going to be posted up someplace in my room.
Heck yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I actually did speak with Ric Flair. He just put out his RicFlairShop.com, and he posted a video on Facebook, all kinds of social media. He basically just said, hey, if you spend $100 in my shop, you will get a phone call from me, the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Man, I saw you on pins and needles waiting for that call.
Yeah, I was freaking out. So I'm sitting there waiting, and then Saturday morning I get up, the notification says that the item has been shipped. So we got a bunch of shirts and things like that, and I'm just like cleaning the house and whatnot, and next thing you know, I get a phone call from a private number, and the first thing I hear is my name, and I instantly recognize the voice, and that conversation was just like, I fanboyed out. I mean, it's the 16-time World's Heavyweight Champion.
We're not talking about John Cena.
No, we're not talking John Cena. Although I'm not sure if I would mark out as bad as I did with Ric Flair calling me, but it was just an experience that I feel like you can't duplicate that.
No, I mean, once you get that opportunity, you really have to grasp it. It's like grasping the imaginary brass ring, as it were. You don't really know how much time, or really, it's just how much time you would have to talk to the Nature Boy, let alone him call you.
Yeah, and it was like almost a 5-minute phone call. So I mean, that was just a nice thing that he was doing for his fans. And I mean, regardless of the fact that you're buying $100 worth of merchandise in his store, I still think that's I think that's pretty cool. Like, just to do that for your fans, because hey, you know what? A lot of people didn't really get to pay the money to go see him at a WWE event, or much less, you don't get to talk to your favorite wrestlers from that era. And I don't think there's hardly anyone left anymore.
I would spend $100 just to see him wrestle, let alone talk to him. So I think it's a pretty good deal. So thank you, Nature Boy, for making Beto's Christmas.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely. Christmas came early for me on that one, dude. It was pretty cool.
You also got to talk to another WWE wrestler.
Yes, actually, we went out to El Luchador, which if you haven't heard of El Luchador is a neighborhood bar. It's a wrestling-themed bar with a neighborhood feel. We are actually going to be hosting a trivia night January 26th there. So come on out. Have some drinks with us, and we're going to talk wrestling all night. So It's going to be a perfect environment for all you wrestling fans out there.
2 nights before the Royal Rumble, bring your thinking caps.
Exactly. We're going to try to stump you guys, so it's going to be awesome. They actually hosted a press conference for Combate America, which is an MMA promotion ran by Alberto El Patron, former Alberto Del Rio from WWE. We actually got to speak with him just briefly, nothing too long, but it's a nice little interview just to kind of see where he's at, how he's doing. We're going to go ahead and put that out there right now. So here's that interview.
I am here with Alberto El Patron. That's right, you heard it first here on One Sweet Wrestling Podcast. I got the man, the myth, the legend, Alberto El Patron. So, Combate 19. What, so how did this come about, this business venture?
Well, Combate 19 here in San Antonio, my hometown, is going to be amazing, spectacular. As you know, we've been doing this for over 2 years, and this company is doing great things. And when it comes to the MMA business, and as you know, this company always supports Mexicans, Latins. Of course, we want fighters from different nationalities, and it doesn't matter if you're not Mexican or Latin. If you have the talent, you will find a place here in Combate Americas. But we just want them to fight the way Latin fighters or Mexican fighters do.
Great. So as far as the talent that you mentioned, who are some fighters to look out for in the future here for Combate 19?
Well, talking about San Antonio, because we're going to be there Friday at the Freeman Coliseum. This show is for the ladies. Of course, we have all the other superstars, fighters from Combate, but this event is designed for the ladies to shine. We tried to do this months ago in LA when we were supposed to have Kira Batara against Vanessa Rico, but that didn't happen because Kira wasn't ready. She couldn't make the weight, but she came back bigger, better, stronger, and they had the rematch just a few months ago. Kira ended up winning the fight, and now here in San Antonio we're gonna decide who's the queen in Combate Americas of that division. Kira Batara against Paulina Granados is gonna be an amazing fight because this is legit. There's legit heat between those two ladies.
Oh, wow.
They don't like each other inside La Jaula or outside La Jaula. So that tells you, I mean, this company has the higher average when it comes to knockouts, submissions. We're the best ones out there. So on top of that, you put two ladies in the main event that don't like each other. You know that's going to be a spectacular fight.
That's amazing. And this would be the first time that this has happened here in San Antonio as far as Combate 19?
Yeah, this is the first time we do Combate Americas comes to San Antonio. And I want to take the credit for that because I was pushing San Antonio over and over and over with my good friend and boss, Campbell McLaren. And we're finally here. It finally happened. And I promise you, it's going to be a hell of an event.
Awesome. And just a couple of more questions. And because we're a wrestling podcast, I've got to ask you just a couple of wrestling questions. Nothing, I'm not going to touch on anything, sore subjects or anything like that. I just want to ask the state of professional wrestling today. I know we're in MMA, in the MMA world now. As far as the state of professional wrestling today, what are your thoughts on that? And if right now, if you could face any professional wrestler out there today, who would that man be and why?
Well, I have faced all the big names in pro wrestling already. I have faced them all in Mexico, Japan, and in WWE, Impact Wrestling. To be honest, I don't think I have anyone else to face I don't think there's
no desire there.
I had
not even a Kenny Omega by chance.
Well, to be honest, and I'm saying this with all due respect, because I don't watch wrestling. That's people. They when I say this, they don't believe it. But I've been practicing pro wrestling since wrestling since I was 8 years old. I've been doing pro wrestling for 18 years. So, and I'm one of the busiest wrestlers in the history, I think, doing 240, 260 days per year. And I did that for 18 years. So now I'm a father. I'm a family man. When I go home and I go and change diapers, go in and I get involved in my kids' sports activities, school activities. So I'm a pro wrestler when I'm in the ring. Once I leave the arena, I don't watch wrestling. I don't read wrestling. With all due respect, I say this. I don't read the internet. I don't go and read what the dirt sheets say. I heard that Kenny Omega, it's amazing. I heard that he's the man in pro wrestling at the moment. And with all due respect, I say this. Because if the media and the fans are saying that, it has to be truth. But I've never seen him in the ring. Never. Because I know he's doing a lot of great things in Japan, I think, and all the indie circuits around the world. But again, I've never seen him, so I guess it will be fantastic if we are in the ring together. But if you ask me if I'm dying to be in the ring with Omega, I will be lying if I say yes.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate everything, and it's very nice to hear that you're in a very happy place in your life, and God bless you and everything that you've ever done for wrestling fans, for MMA fans, and continue to do for MMA fans here in San Antonio, and just all the best to you, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
No, thank you so much, and come and support Combate America this Friday.
All right, so nice interview. I mean, he's in a place right now where wrestling's kind of in the back burner of his mind. It's not in the forefront anymore. He's a family man now. Really focusing on Combate Americas, which is, you know, like he was talking about, it's geared towards the Latino audience. It's an MMA promotion. So he's really pushing forward with this company, and that's something that's right now it's held near and dear to his heart.
Yeah, good for him. You know, kind of going along with the Alberto El Patron theme.
Yeah.
Paige is back.
She's back.
She's back indeed, and she's got her stable with her.
Yeah, that's right. Absolution, which is Paige's stable with Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, former NXT talent. You know, what's interesting about this group is that it's very similar, if not the same, compared to the Riot Squad on SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean, they're one and the same at this point. You know, we'll see what happens with Paige. Paige hopefully will get a title run, or if my predictions are going to be true, she might have an opponent come early next year with a certain Miss Ronda Rousey.
Well, that's interesting that you mentioned Ronda, because Ronda Rousey, I know there was a lot of speculation that the WWE was going to sign or in talks with signing Ronda Rousey. From what I'm hearing on WrestleInc.com is that Triple H is dialing back the reports of Ronda Rousey imminently signing with the WWE. So apparently, and I quote here, it's funny because every now and then I wake up and I look at either social media or the news and I see a report and it's like, well, that's news to me because I'm the one who would be having that conversation.
But how much of that is kayfabe and how much of that is him trying to protect it, watch her come out during the Royal Rumble and get the huge pop?
He's old school.
He's very old school.
He's old school. So, I mean, he's still going to protect the business as much as he can, even though we're in a business where it's not, it's just being, you know, unprotected as much as possible.
Yeah, the internet's really busting things open for internet fans and the business in general. Honestly, I don't believe that. I think Ronda Rousey would be a huge draw for the WWE, and for them to let that go away just because Triple H is saying, well, this is going to be news to me. No, there's no smoke without fire here.
True, and maybe we will see Ronda.
I predicted. I think you're going to start seeing the rumblings during the Royal Rumble, actually.
I would like to see that.
They have to set it up for a 4 Horsewomen's match for the WrestleMania.
I mean, right now, if you're looking at women's talent in WWE, there's no reason at all as to why there can't be a tag team division in women's wrestling.
They really should. As a matter of fact, at this point, it might even help the product. Start them off in NXT. It's almost your test audience at this point.
Right.
And so you can see, okay, let's see how they go with whoever the talent is at this point.
Ember Moon. I mean, well, if you think about it, you have the Absolution team with Paige's stable, and you have the Riot Squad on SmackDown.
That's a 3-on-3 right there.
That's a 3-on-3. You also have that potential to be like a female version of the Shield, where they can try to collect all the titles, have your mainstay and Paige be the women's champ, and then you've got your tag team champions.
You know what would be awesome? If they had a triple, a 3-way tag team? No, it's a normal tag team.
Yeah.
But have them do the Freebird rule.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So any 2 women could defend it at any time.
I don't see why not. The New Day is actually pretty much using that rule right now.
Yeah, you could do it. You could easily do it.
I agree. Now, moving on to other news in the WWE, I don't know if you know, and I'm sure everyone has been woken.
Yeah!
I have been waiting for this for a while now. I am super stoked that woken Matt Hardy is in the WWE, and it's delightful. Yes.
I'm actually super excited for this program. Him and Bray Wyatt.
You know what? A lot of people are saying things like, "Oh, it's just gonna bury Matt Hardy," and I mean, what else can you do with Bray Wyatt? But if you really think about it, at the end of the day, isn't this what we were kind of waiting for a while now?
Yeah, because you look, for everybody that's a wrestling fan, if you're listening to this, you're obviously a wrestling fan. You know that Matt Hardy's been in the WWE and professional wrestling for, as far as I can remember, at least 10 to 15 years minimum.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a giant run, I would say, longer than 5 years. So let him do what he can now, and let him put over the new kind of strange phenomenon character. Not quite the Undertaker, because that's a benchmark you can't touch.
Well, I mean, at that same point, does Hardy become a top guy after this, or does he stay mid-card?
He should stay mid-card. At this point, he should stay mid-card. There's nothing wrong with being mid-card at this point. Finn Balor is essentially a mid-carder.
Bring some prestige back to the mid-card title, like the IC title.
Yes.
I mean, Roman Reigns has the belt right now, but to me, to be honest, he doesn't need the Intercontinental title.
No, he's getting pushed for
every which way he can.
Yeah, we all know where the end game is for this. It's
right.
WrestleMania against Brock. So, yeah, you're right. Let the mid-carders slowly start building themselves up again. I think The Miz did a fantastic job with getting that Intercontinental Championship back up to where it should have been.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I would honestly put The Miz in the realm of, Mr. Perfect, Honky Tonk Man. Just some of the greatest Intercontinental champions of all time. And that's no smoke. I mean, seriously. If you really look at the body of work from The Miz, forget that was a reality TV star. Forget that he was, having notes written on his arm during the Diva search and stuff like that. He's really developed into what, in my opinion, a WWE superstar should be.
Well, he put the work in, and that's important. You don't get to rest on your laurels of, I just walked in from a reality TV show and I should be able to get a shot at whatever I want. No, the guy put his work in. He paid his dues. He has been in the WWE for 10 plus years at this point, so he's no longer a reality TV star to me. He's a wrestler.
Maybe we'll see Matt Hardy hold on to the Intercontinental title at some point.
I will say I am much more excited for this program than I was with Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton from last year's WrestleMania.
Oh, that was terrible.
That shambolical House of Horrors match.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
House of Horrors was one of the greatest gimmick matches of all time.
Get out of here.
It was.
It's terrible.
I would say it was as close to Abdullah the Butcher getting electrocuted in WCW.
Okay, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. But I mean, the only way you can go with Bray Wyatt is putting him against woken Matt Hardy.
Yeah. Going off something that you just said.
Sure.
So Abdullah the Butcher. Did
Yeah.
you know he has a barbecue joint spot in Atlanta?
We need to go there.
Yeah, I think it's called Abdullah's, but I heard it's really good. Anyway, that's besides the point.
That's pretty awesome.
You know I'm a barbecue guy.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Hey, any listeners, if you aren't in the Texas area and want to tell me about some good barbecue places around America, hit me up.
Hit us up on One Sweet Wrestling Podcast on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. Find us on there. Send us your favorite barbecue joint, and Alex will try to get out there as soon as he can.
Yeah, man, I'm a barbecue aficionado.
He loves that stuff.
Coast to coast.
He loves it. And this is a guy from California. I'm originally a Texan, and I don't eat as much barbecue as this guy.
From the pineapple to the big apple, baby.
Woo! Sorry. I just kind of had to do that. It just came out. It was weird. But spend it now, make more later. Right?
Right.
I think that's the best sound advice that I've heard recently from Cody and the Young Bucks right now, who are actually planning to self-finance a 10,000-seat venue in 2018.
See, I've heard different rumors about where this is going to be. Personally, I think the smartest idea for them is going to be either in Southern California, which, you know me, the California kid.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks would make tons of money. You saw what they did with that New Japan show in Long Beach.
Right.
I've seen that arena. It's not gigantic. For a 10,000-seater, they would sell it out in a minute.
Oh, I think so. I mean, well, see, what I'm hearing is that they're actually going to be funding this themselves.
I'm sure they can.
And yeah, of course they can. But I mean, like, where do you pull talent? I mean, you have to put butts in the seats.
I've heard one extremely off-the-cuff rumor.
Okay.
That there's talks, and you know how the internet is with, oh, this is going to be happening.
Right.
Okay. So I saw on one site, and mind you, I've only seen it on one site, that the relationship between Matt Jackson and one Phil Brooks may come into play. If that's the case and he gets that working, 10,000 seaters is going to be way too small for that return.
I'm grinning from ear to ear when I heard the name Phil Brooks. If you don't know who Phil Brooks is, look it up on your Google machine.
Yeah, look at the UFC. I think he's going by Phil Brooks, but if not,
I don't think he is going by Phil Brooks.
No, he is going by Punk, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, spoiler alert! It's CM Punk.
You all knew.
You knew. But dude, that's actually pretty interesting. I would like to see that.
I think it'd be good because if it's a one-off match,
put butts in the seats.
Sure.
If you're gonna do it, that's the best way. I think that's the best way to do it. Who are you gonna get? Ryback? Sorry, Ryback. Please don't snap my spine in two.
I didn't say anything, Ryback.
Oh man, I'm so dead. But speaking of Bullet Club members, Marty Scurll is actually looks like they're building a Marty Scurll versus a returning Austin Aries to the world of professional wrestling.
Awesome.
Austin Aries just made a debut at an indie promotion. The Defiant Wrestling.
Oh, Defiance.
Defiance.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I've heard about them. I heard they have really good shows.
Yeah, it's a What Culture, formerly known as What Culture Pro Wrestling, I think. Is it the same thing?
We'll fact check that.
Yeah, we'll have to fact check that. But yeah, Austin Aries, he's no longer employed by WWE, obviously, and it looks like he wants to take a crack at Marty Scurll.
I think that's going to be a really good match.
I agree. I think that WWE let him go.
And by him, we're talking about
Austin Aries. Yeah, let Austin Aries go for... I mean, they shouldn't have. Maybe he wanted to go. Maybe he wanted to leave. But, I mean, if I was the WWE, I would have tried every which way to build something with him.
Well, what I'm hearing is that this is not an isolated incident, especially with the guys in 205 Live. You look at Austin Aries and his WrestleMania opponent, Neville, which I can't say for sure if he's gone or he's still there because really I don't think anybody knows but him and anybody in the WWE. But For some reason, those 205ers just can't catch a break, and I'm not talking about Rich Swann, which we're not going to talk about right now because it's a little bit too heavy.
It's a delicate situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good what he did, and we're not condoning what he did, so...
Yeah, that's why we're not going to cover it.
Yeah.
So, just an unfortunate event, I would say.
And he was going for the title, too.
Yeah, but, I mean...
Yeah.
Moving on from that.
Yes.
Been a crazy week in the world of professional wrestling. We have Clash of Champions is coming up, so we'll be right back after we talk about my favorite tattoo shop, and it should be yours too.
If you're looking for a unique, clean, and comfortable shop to get your next tattoo, check out the artists at Galaveras Tattoos. They're located downtown San Antonio at 628 South St. Mary's, just north of Cesar Chavez. Galaveras is home to some of the best, most experienced tattoo artists in San Antonio, and the only shop in town with 4 female artists on staff. Established in 2005, Galaveras Tattoos offers a variety of styles and the highest quality tattoos with a price that won't hurt your budget. So stop by for a consultation or give them a call to schedule one. It's easy. 210-227-7673. That's 210-227-7673. Galaveras Tattoos, San Antonio's favorite tattoo shop.
Hey moviegoers, this is Ryan D, Akinola Ryan 680. This is Alamo City Movie Talk. Meet my crew.
I'm Mike at Polaris Mike. We do movie reviews.
Juan at Cloud X Stripe, and we do trailer reactions.
I'm Juan the Cook Crane, and we do everything movie related. And once again, you're listening to One Sweet Wrestling Podcast.
So if you haven't heard or listened to these guys from Alamo City Movie Talk, you got to check them out. They know their stuff. They know what they're talking about.
And you know who else knows their stuff about movies, which I was super surprised about?
Who's that?
Simon Grimm.
Oh, yeah.
We actually got the opportunity to speak to Simon Grimm on an interview yesterday, and ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you, Simon Grimm is one of the nicest people. Not even professional wrestlers, just a nice person all around.
Just a great human being.
Yeah, we got to talk to him on a multitude of things for a good amount of time, ranging from his time in WWE to his hometown and to his movie likes. Cobra, who knew?
Yeah, really. You know, a lot of people, they meet their heroes and they're not all that they're cracked up to be. Simon Grimm, awesome guy. So you guys will actually get to hear that interview next week for next week's show on episode 4. So that was the big announcement that we were talking about on social media. Check us out on Instagram, One Sweet Wrestling Podcast, and Facebook and Twitter. We're talking Clash of Champions this Sunday.
Yes, we are. Let me go through a couple of the matches that we're going to be seeing this coming Sunday.
Okay.
I'm just going to go over a few big matches. The mid-card, y'all can look up if you want to, but we're going to talk about the big money.
Let's do it.
First off, we have a tag team championship between the Usos against Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, New Day and Rusev in English. Previous partner of one Simon Grimm, actually.
Yeah, I dig it.
I do too. I think this is actually be very good. The Usos have been surprising me every time they go in the ring, and they just keep getting better and better. So I am really excited to see them going against Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
Oh my gosh, Shelton Benjamin's back, dude.
Yeah, good for him for being able to do that.
Well, remember that he was supposed to be back maybe like when a little after the draft.
Oh, he got hurt.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Honestly, I want to see Rusev and Aiden English getting that title. I want to see Rusev with any title.
Every day is Rusev Day.
Rusev Day.
Dude, did I tell you about the time that my girlfriend Jerry Ashley and I, Jerry Ashley is actually our producer of the show.
Shout out to Jerry Ashley. She is the MVP.
She puts up with a lot. Yeah. Did I ever tell you about when we went to SmackDown when they came here in San Antonio?
No.
So we're down low. We're basically ringside, dude.
Okay.
So we're there. We're watching the matches, and then everybody keeps looking back behind me, and I turn. I'm like, what are they looking at? I turn around and I go, Rusev! And Rusev is there, and he's doing a run-in. He runs right by me. I fumbled with my phone. The only picture I could get was a blurry picture of Rusev's back. Yeah, and he's huge, man.
Yeah, look at him. It looks like a tank. All right, so United States Championship.
Wait, who's your prediction for the winner of this match?
I said Rusev and Aiden English.
Oh, okay, that's right.
I want that all day.
Okay, I'm going with Rusev and Aiden English as well.
All right, so next we have a United States Championship. Baron Corbin versus Bobby Roode.
Okay.
And Dolph Ziggler, who I'm actually so surprised is still in this company.
Yeah, he. I mean, I guess they're sticking him where they can.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, I think it's time for Bobby Roode to get that championship.
As much as I would like to see that, I don't think they're going to put it on him just yet.
Really?
I think they're going to hold off a little while for Bobby Roode to gain a championship in WWE, just because he's not one of Vince's boys. He's not one of Vince's creations. I say that Baron Corbin retains. He holds on to it till, gosh, if he might hold on to it till maybe Mania.
That's interesting.
I think he's going to hold on to it till Mania, and the only way that anyone gets the title off of him is at Mania, and it could be Bobby Roode.
So you're picking Baron Corbin for this?
I'm picking Baron Corbin on this one.
I'm saying Bobby Roode's going to take it, and not only that, he pins Dolph Ziggler.
Okay.
So
very good prediction. I dig that.
Next, we have the women's championship match between one Charlotte Flair and Natalya, and this is going to be a lumberjack match. I can't see Charlotte Flair losing. She's got to keep this title until WrestleMania, and then have the giant match against Alexa Bliss.
You think they'll do that again?
I think so. I think they're going to do it, or, going back to my prediction, have Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and who am I forgetting?
Naomi?
No. Bayley.
Oh, Bayley.
Against the Four Horsewomen.
They could do that, but then again... Oh, that's right.
See?
Well, then again, you have to also think, are they going to do a women's Royal Rumble at the Royal Rumble? Does that happen?
I don't think this year.
No?
No. We'll talk about that more when the Royal Rumble gets closer. So that's going to be our next major pay-per-view review.
We'll put that in the bank, and we'll talk a little bit about that later on.
So the fact that it's a lumberjack match is kind of confusing to me, because is it going to be women? Is it going to be men?
It'll be women. I don't think that it's going to be men, but...
yeah, I can't see Charlotte Flair losing.
What would they call them? Lumberjills? I remember they used to call them lumberjills back in the day.
Dude, lumber ladies.
Lumber ladies?
Lumber ladies.
Lumber ladies. I like that.
All right.
LL.
Trademark that.
Nice.
All right, well.
What do we got next?
Well, who'd you pick?
Oh, between Charlotte and... I'm going with Charlotte on that.
Right.
I think it's a safe choice.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so there we go. Next, we have the WWE Championship between the phenomenal AJ Styles. Well, I'll let you know right now. That's who I'm picking. Versus Jinder Mahal. So this is the official rematch after Survivor Series. Honestly, they're done with the India tour. Just have AJ Styles hold that title until...
dude, Jinder didn't even go over in the India tour.
Yeah, he went down against Triple H.
Yeah.
All must fall before him, I guess.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is going to happen is obviously Jinder Mahal. It's going to be a decent match. It's not going to be a great match. It's not going to be a crap match. It's going to be a decent match because of AJ Styles.
Right.
But AJ Styles does not drop this title until he goes up against, and this is my dream booking. AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, WrestleMania. That needs to be the main event. I don't care about Brock against Roman Reigns at this point. I want that AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania.
I think that has more of a chance happening than anything else.
It needs to at this point.
Yeah.
So, AJ Styles.
AJ Styles.
There we have it. And lastly, this is an interesting one.
Okay.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn wrestling for their careers with two referees.
Yeah.
Kind of like in Mexico.
Uh-huh.
Against the most random team of Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shane is like a Vince McMahon of today on-screen persona. It's kind of like... Remember when Vince would like make these weird stipulation matches against
just to have himself in there?
Yeah, just to put himself in there. Or like remember Pat Patterson and Gerald Briscoe would always be in there?
The Stooges.
The Stooges.
Yeah.
This is basically what it is. And in my opinion... It's kind of like, we all know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn go over in this match.
They have to.
And there's going to be some sort of controversy at the end. Maybe
Orton RKO's Nakamura because he does something.
Maybe that, or maybe even Daniel Bryan takes the side of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and becomes that heel general manager.
Oh.
What a swerve would that be? And you know Vince loves the swerve.
He does.
So there's a lot of potential for this match. I know it seems weird on the surface because you've got Orton and Nakamura teaming together.
Oh,
styles don't mix.
I'm gonna go back on something real quick.
Okay.
So remember how we're talking about that 10,000 seat arena?
Yeah.
I keep hearing rumblings that Daniel Bryan might be an opponent.
Why not?
if he can get clearance, depending on when this is held, I could be talking,
They said it's going to happen in 2018.
They just haven't given an official date yet.
Right.
I say it's going to be close to WrestleMania time.
So going back to that 10,000 seat venue thing. So Cody is on Twitter and he's kind of teasing it. Not going to say anything.
Oh, he's got a big match tomorrow night too against Dalton Castle.
Yeah,
battle.
He does.
Oh,
that's going to be awesome. We'll discuss that after on the post Ring of Honor stuff.
Yes.
We'll talk a little final battle in the next episode, maybe, just briefly, so we can get into the the Grimm interview.
Yes, we'll explain about the Gotch and Grimm.
Yeah, there's some pretty interesting stuff about that.
If anybody has $240, this will make a lot of sense.
Yeah, we'll discuss that in the next episode. But yeah, if I'm going to say anything, I'm going Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I mean, that's a safe choice. I think that's the natural way to progress this feud between Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and I guess at this point, it's almost like an authority figure.
Yeah. I feel that.
So,
I dig it.
I enjoy the fact that Sami Zayn finally turned heel. I think it's smart for them to team them up with Kevin Owens.
It opens so many doors because then you can have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens feud again, but it'll seem more fresh.
It will.
It'll just have a fresh feel to it because it's on a different stage in SmackDown.
Yes.
You have a story to build off of if they were best friends. I mean, even though you had it then, but now you got to see it in WWE programming. I think when everything goes to the WWE, it kind of morphs it and changes it. But not only does it do that, it broadens it to the younger generation so that they can see it and they can believe it kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I think we're both in agreement. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Awesome. So that about wraps it up, I think, for our episode 3. Again, thank you all for your support. We thank all our sponsors for being a part of this. Don't forget, January 26th at El Luchador here in San Antonio, Texas at 622 Roosevelt Street. We, your hosts, Beto Barragan and Alex Lewicki, will be hosting a wrestling trivia night. So
I might try my best Howard Finkel voice at that point.
Oh, it's gonna happen. There's gonna be a lot of fun stuff happening. I mean, we're gonna try to do our best impressions of. There it is. It's already started.
I'll work on it.
So we'll work on it. We'll work out the kinks and whatnot. But stay tuned for that. We're looking forward to more stuff. Also, by the way, pretty soon we're going to have some t-shirts available. So if you dig what we're doing, want to support us in any way you can, best thing to do, purchase a t-shirt through us. And that's going to help us keep going, help us get more guests on our podcast.
It's going to help us help you.
Yeah, definitely.
You're helping us help yourself.
Exactly. So why not help us help you?
It's the holiday season.
And it's all about giving.
Yeah.
Because it's real, man. That's all. I think that's all we got for tonight. So thank you guys for listening. We appreciate your support. Nothing more to say, but
we out.